My name is Chris Dreger and I teach MM258, which is Compositing and Visual Effects 2, here at Portland Community College. So I've seen a lot of people, different kinds of people come into my class, anywhere from very young people to older people and all strata of society. I think the beautiful thing about the computers and the software these days is that it's really approachable by anyone. There are many different ways to learn the software and the concepts involved in special effects and compositing. If one method doesn't work for a particular person, there's always other kinds of tutorials online that may work better for the person. The availability of the internet, the availability of the software packages enable pretty much anyone to approach the subject and to get results done. A good characteristic of a visual effects artist would be the ability to spend 12 to 16 hours a day in front of their computer. But more seriously, it's an attention to detail, patience, the ability to think creatively, the ability to come up with new solutions for older problems and better problems. It also need for a person to understand the basics of physics, just in an experiential sense. In other words, seeing how things move in space, seeing how things move in the real world, how things bounce, how things explode, how things act and interact with each other. Because any of those attention to details of how that works in the real world will definitely help you to create that in a video or film more effectively. Collaboration is always an interesting process. It really depends on the people you're collaborating with, mostly, but mostly the way, the best way to collaborate is to have a good opinion, a good attitude rather, towards other people, appreciate what they do, what they're bringing to the project, let them know that you're appreciating what they're doing to the project so that, you get some kickback in terms of that. Always ask questions if you're unsure as to why somebody's doing something the way that they're doing it, what's their reason for doing this. In terms of collaboration, again, always try to be focused and timely when it is work time to make sure that you are being a part of the group and a part of the team and helping each other out. And understand that that if any film, any TV production, any video is really a collaborative process. It's really hard to get something done on your own. It's really hard to do it as a one-man show. And so you really have to understand that you need other people and other people are going to need you. You don't make everyone involved feel that they have a stake, then those people who don't have a stake will fall away. If you're asking a bunch of friends to help you out, you definitely have to give something back in return in order for them to help you properly. Getting noticed for getting a job in the first place means having a decent reel, having a decent bit of work to show somebody that you can do what's required and understand what they're trying to achieve and what their vision is and try to pull that out for them. You really want to have good examples online. You want to be able to have fresh, good examples online to be able to point people to. In terms of the workplace, getting noticed, that's a tougher thing. So tooting a little bit of your own horn, making sure that your name gets in the credits if you're working on a feature film, so making sure that your name actually gets on IMDb in the end is a very important thing. Then just doing your job well. The better you do your job well, the more people are going to want you for the next production or for the next commercial or for the next film. I think a great way to learn is to try to recreate things that you've seen. So in any kind of artistic thing, I teach drawing also, and so I often have people copy Da Vinci drawings of heads, done 600 years ago, because Da Vinci did great eyes and great lips and great noses and great heads. And students can totally learn from that. And so if you are going to be a visual effects artist, trying to recreate, or at least trying to figure out how those shots were recreated would be definitely a valuable thing. In my class, I have this exercise where we try to recreate basically a zombie crawling and his guts spilling out, which happens in a whole bunch of different zombie movies. It happens in other movies as well, where people happen to get cut in half. And so that's sort of a classic thing that I do have my students recreate. People should do this because we need more eye candy in the world. And we need better storytelling, and so better visual effects will give us better storytelling. And that's why people should do this. And clearly some people should not do this, people who are impatient, because it does require a lot of patience to sit at the software and to work on these things. it also takes a very creative mind to troubleshoot and try to come up with new solutions for interesting visual effects.